What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your girl, just Kara ZA. And before we continue with this video, I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 views on my last video. I truly appreciate it, and I really hope that you guys found that video super helpful. Remember, if you still want to see how the Sony ZV-E10 kind of like performs, you can check out my vlog channel, Just Kara Vlogs, and kind of like measure it for yourself, watch it in 1080p to also like kind of like test the quality, because that's what I would do. And if you guys want an update in terms of like what I like, what I don't like about it, then do comment down below and I'll do a part 2 for you guys. I got y'all. Okay, so in today's video though, we're talking about like upgrading your gear, how to know when it's time to upgrade and things like that. So if you are interested, make sure to hit that subscribe button and continue watching. So first of all, disclaimer, I am not a camera tech person. I'm talking based on my experience. So my journey with equipment started in 2019 when I purchased my first camera, which was Canon 77D, which is this camera that I've been filming like most of my videos. So yeah, it was solely for that. I bought this camera because I just wanted to do sit down videos, or skits, but for the most part it was not like I didn't have the idea of like vlogging or photography or anything like that. It was just for that. What I loved about it was the flip out screen, because if you're shooting, you want to see yourself. So that was very ideal for me, as well as it shot in a 1080p, which I mean standard quality, good quality. And I felt at the time it was a bit not expensive, it was like in the middle, sort of like not too expensive but also like high range, so that was my reason for purchasing this camera, and I've been loving it so far. Honestly, no complaints. It's been a good camera. And then my second kind of like purchase regarding equipment was another lens, right? So obviously I started doing my videos, and then if you guys have been following me or have been watching my channel for a while, you have seen that I have developed a love for photography, right? So then that happened, and then I was like, this is a good lens, but it is very limiting because this is the 18-55, so in low lighting it's quite terrible, so I just realized that okay, I need to upgrade, I need to get another lens. And of course I didn't have the money to like buy all these expensive lenses, because we do know equipment is expensive, ladies and gentlemen. So I then opted for a nifty 50, ladies and gentlemen. I like saying ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so this is a good lens, especially when you're starting out. It is great. It has an amazing, it's a 1.8. yeah, so the depth of field on here is amazing. It is great. It's better than this one in terms of like low lighting, so it's quite good as well as yeah, the depth of field, which I know a lot of people love in their videos because it adds that cinematic look. So this was then my second purchase, because I then obviously got into photography, and this has helped me so much. I've taken tons and tons of pictures with this, and the quality has been amazing, so I do not regret this decision whatsoever. However, I will say that since my photography has advanced, I do find this lens very limiting, because it is a close-up lens. So in situations where I'm shooting like a group of people, it's quite like difficult to navigate that. So those are like the limits around it. But overall, I still love this lens. I would recommend this lens, especially if you're still starting out with photography. It is a good lens, right? And then I obviously, as you've also seen from my channel, I developed a love for vlogging, right? So now I'm a vlogger. I never thought that I would do this in a million years, to be quite honest, but it's a thing that happened, and I've been enjoying it so much. And when I started, I was still shooting with my 77D, right? And it worked, it did the job, but it was very difficult. It was very tedious. It was a lot, you know what I mean? Because this is a big camera. Your arm does get tired from shooting. You need to kind of like place it or find the right angle for it. It was just a lot. And in terms of like, it doesn't the ISO doesn't automatically change on itself. You kind of like always have to adjust it whenever you put it. So it was quite tedious in that regard, and that influenced my second purchase for a camera, which was the Sony ZV-E10, which you have seen from my previous video. And this is amazing. I mean, you can obviously see the difference in terms of like weight, size, everything. And this is a mirrorless camera, which we know, we're in the mirrorless era, so it's amazing in that regard. So now I have two cameras, which I love, what I mean, and I'm proud of. So yeah, I've really been loving this camera. I do not regret upgrading to this camera. I feel like I waited long enough in order to get this camera, and it's great in terms of like vlogging as well as reels. I don't really take pictures on this camera. Like, I've solely dedicated my 77D to pictures, as well as sit down videos. I mean, this can also do sit down videos, but you know, I just alternate between the two. So those have been my reasons regarding upgrading, right? So I've had a question now in my head in terms of like, do I need another camera? Because I saw the Canon RP. All the Canon Rs actually are amazing, because these are like the new cameras, you know, they are mirrorless, they are amazing, full frame, it's great, you know, it's great up in there. But I think I'm gonna say no, because I mean, I don't really need this camera, I want it. And I feel like I'm at a point where I'm not really making that much money. Like, my photography is still like part-time, it's not full-time. I don't really do videography for other people. So getting an expensive camera, because it's around about like 20k to 22k, I think, or 24k. So it's around about that price range, and I'm just asking myself, like, would I make that money back? And the question is like, not right now, man, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna have to stop myself in terms of like, do I really need an upgrade? I feel like I am not at a place to upgrade as yet, because I haven't really fully exhausted my equipment, and the equipment that I do have is quite good. But I will say that I am in need of a full frame of a wider lens, because yeah, the Nifty 50 is great, like I said, but it's limiting. And the reason I loved this one, the Canon RP, is because it comes, like, the kit lens is a 24-105 lens, which is amazing, you know. So yeah, it's all those things that I have questioned, not questioned, but I've put in perspective regarding like my purchasing decisions. And it's something, if you are looking to upgrade or buy a camera in general, I would advise that first of all, what do you want it for, right? Because a part of me feels like if I was buying a camera right now, I would have gone for a Sony ZV-E10 or like an M50, like a nice portable mirrorless camera that can do YouTube videos, it can do vlogs, it can do reels. So I'd rather just invest in like this type of camera, especially if you're not looking to do photography. This is like a great camera, you know, as well as the M50, like I said, because it's portable and you can take it everywhere, as opposed to like these bigger DSLR cameras. But also, don't buy a newer camera just thinking just solely based on quality, because you know, this camera as well, like, it's a Canon RP, I don't think I've fully figured it out yet in terms of like using it to the utmost ability that it has, or capacity that it has. So it's things like that you need to ask yourself, like, okay, I'm gonna get an expensive camera, but can I use it? Do I have the skills rather to use it? Because photography is not about the gear that you use, it's about you as a person, you know. You could literally give somebody a freaking, like I said, a 400D, and they would take stunning pictures from it. And you know, you give somebody a Canon 5D and they would take trash pictures with it. So it's all about asking yourself, do I need this camera? Can I use this camera? Do I have the skills to use it to the utmost capacity, and am I making money from it? Will I get the return on investment from this camera? Because again, I say cameras are expensive, you know. So yeah, that is my 2 cents, guys, in terms of just like helping you guys decide in terms of like, you know, when to upgrade, how do you know it's time to upgrade, you know, think about it. So I really hope that this video helped you guys, or kind of like gave you some sort of like perspective. Sorry if I was rambling and just like, and kind of like mixing things, but I hope that you get the true essence of this video. And you know, the conversation can still continue in the comments down below. Do ask me, do advise me on certain things, you know, how did you pick your camera? Are you looking to upgrade, and what are you looking to upgrading into, and why as well? You know, let's share that information in the comments down below, so that we can help each other and, you know, take dope content at the end of the day. I love you guys so much. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. Love you guys so much. Bye.